UCLA Extension graduates, I am thinking of all of you as you graduate today. Congratulations and well done. I'm honored by the opportunity to share a few words on this especially important day. This is an incredible time in your lives, the culmination of a tireless effort, hard work, and camaraderie. The programs at UCLA Extension are rich and important across the global scene, covering a range of vital fields in our world, including accounting and taxation, architecture and interior design, business management, design and arts, digital technology, education, engineering, entertainment, environmental studies and public policy, finance and investments, healthcare and counseling, humanities and social services, landscape architecture and horticulture, languages, legal programs, real estate, science and math, and writing and journalism. As a professional myself, that connects with people from other countries and disciplines. I'm extremely excited to be with you to mark the launch of your next chapter and the road ahead to using new talents to shape the world around you. And no doubt, it is a very unique time in all of our lives, a year marked by a global pandemic, political division, and thankfully, a time also marked by countless showings of local and national collaboration, scientific innovation, and astounding global investment to solve our world's most pressing issues. You know these issues, of course, but I will say them anyway because many of you are already working to resolve them. You're finding new answers and new ways of thinking about climate change, water and food resilience, gender equality, public health, safety, education, the built environment, human rights, social and racial justice, financial equity, artistic expression, technology, and so on. All these bring us closer to the communion of a shared purpose in the understanding that together we can collaborate to construct a better world. I believe today, more than ever, that to realize a dream, it is necessary to devote all our strength to it. You have spent numerous years getting here and earning your certificates. You have worked hard, and I'm honored to be among the first to welcome you to an empowered and valued next step in your profession that will provide a positive and meaningful impact to many. I decided to become a landscape architect, moved by my passion for nature. I have traveled and experienced the world through what you might call a landscape lens that was shaped by my environment, my education, family, and the world around me. And this is waiting for you as well. From this day on, society counts on your actions and qualified contribution to improving our diversified society and values. In my profession, we work each day to promote a lively dialogue with cities in order to build places that unite communities and balance natural processes. We commit to the search for scientific, technological, and cultural truth. We commit to innovation and overcoming environmental constraints. We look to harmonize the demands of culture and art, sustainability and resiliency. I would wager that your profession is dedicated to similar pursuits. All our fields of study share investments in public interest and aim to reorder and advance their territory, perhaps with systems thinking, new forms of organizing, or new approaches to observation. Our fields each are moving along, some like icebergs, others like darts across the sky, each united in a concern and loyalty to leaving this place, our shared cities and environments, and urban heritage, better than we found it. You are also entering the workplace in a time of uncertainty. No doubt you're anxious about finding the right job and overwhelmed with a global economic outlook. I can't say that everything will work out the way you planned, but I do want to leave you with a few thoughts from my own experience to give you encouragement and perspective to persist and pursue your goals. We live in challenging times, therefore, it is crucial to confirm the values in our society in which all people have the right to be here. The right to information about the decision-making process that will affect their lives, the right to the aesthetic experience of beauty, the right to housing and safety, to food and a healthy environment, to comfort and representation, the right to cultural expression, and to enjoy our shared public spaces, and the right to accessibility and life without barriers. These are human rights and nature's rights, and you will witness moments in your careers when these rights are challenged, right before your eyes, perhaps your own rights or those around you. These moments are difficult to watch. However, pay attention if you can. Find a way to use these observations because they can become the threads that you weave together to create your unique impact. We must contribute to the improvement and organization of our society. Therefore, what you see and notice around you is your contribution. It is about what you see and what you do about what you see. So cooperate, collaborate, and support initiatives that affect those rights that are challenged. You can find and make a difference. Join exciting firms and nonprofits, and also consider work in the public sector. We need empowered, smart, driven people in our government. Our society is eager for your help, and the world needs what you have to offer and can do, working at all scales and fields in different geographies, catalyzing transformations wherever you are. I was invited to share a bit about my chosen path, Studio MLA, and the process we go through to deliver our work. I know some of you are landscape architects in training, but I trust this will have bearing in other fields too. I'm a native of El Salvador, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, president of Studio MLA, a fellow of the American Institute of Architects, former member of the U.S. Commission of Fine Arts, appointed by President Obama, and immensely proud to be the newest commissioner of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, the largest public utility in the country, and for the first time, an all-female group of commissioners. We were appointed by Mayor Garcetti. My role in our firm is about orchestrating a vision, solving problems, and sparking out our thinking, while at the same time keeping technical standards and regulations in mind. I'm often a sounding board, but I also work closely with the team and the clients to move the needle forward on projects. At our studio, we are focused on landscape architecture, urban design, and planning. We live and practice by core values. We think holistically, looking to build places that create justice and equity, delight and prosperity. We do so through working collaboratively with nature, transforming places to perform multiple purposes at once, and designing them to adapt with durability for future generations. We see design as the creation of parks and open spaces as a way to advocate for communities. We know that government leadership leads to vision, and as we implement that vision, we look for opportunities to tell the stories that are layered within places. Stories of people, neighborhoods, hope and conflict, water, air, ecology, and empowerment. All these matter. Advocacy by design is our mantra. In the built environment, leadership leads to vision, policy leads to funding, funding leads to planning, and if you're tenacious, design materializes and empowers. We work on projects of all scales, from large planning projects that are implemented over time to site-specific projects such as parks, trails, campuses, and botanical gardens. Our team is passionate and involved in environmental organizations that address water and social issues, including the National Wildlife Federation, Green Schoolyards America, California Center for Sustainable Communities at UCLA, Planting Justice, and the Southern California Water Dialogue, to name a few. We closely follow current landscape architectural thinking. It is our responsibility as professionals to solve problems using new technologies and solutions to repair water, soil, vegetation, and address climate change. One of my most dear projects is Vista Hermosa. We call it a window to the mountains. It's very special to me because it marked an extremely important growth moment in our firm's history. The first new park built in a long time in downtown Los Angeles as it was growing, a showcase of urban ecology and a place of learning, teaching, and appreciating nature. It provides knowledge for generations of leaders and environmental advocates to come. Projects like this cannot happen without the collaboration of engineers, ecologists, scientists, brokers, lawyers, business leaders, financial advisors, project champions, and stakeholders who enrich the project and are de rigueur to the process. We collaborate often with other landscape architects, urban designers, architects, making the experience rich and the efforts extremely productive. We look for projects across borders, states, countries, from Dallas to New York, to Brazil, to Mexico and Portugal, China, and New Zealand. We discover opportunities and growth where we see significant issues in common. And of course, across the planet, we have so much more in common than we think. When we solve our problems in our own neighborhoods, we create the path for others to do it elsewhere. There are many ways to practice. Choose yours. Work with passion, find collaborators, and continue learning. You will and can make a difference. Go UCLA. Go Bruins.